The reuse and reproduction of this content is not allowed without the express written consent of EBH Fitness LLC.
Good morning, everybody. My name is DJ Lady Dubois. I'm your hostess of Breaking the Music. Today, we have on our show as a guest, Jatavis Fuse, Sergeant Fuse at that. So today, Sergeant Fuse, would you like me to call you that, or?
You can. I go by many titles. You can call me, Sergeant Fuse. You can call me Fuse, or you can just call me DJ Fuse. However, however you feel comfortable. I accept all titles.
All right. So tell me, what brings you out here to El Paso?
Oh man. Oddly enough, I have family here, but that's not why I'm here. Obviously, America's the home of America's Tank Division. Got stationed out here about 7 years ago, 2014, and yeah, we have been here ever since. Oh yeah, I was here actually in 2008. I did WLC, that's Warrior Leadership Course. It's now BLC now, Basic Leadership Course or whatever. I did that, and I remember telling myself, I never want to be stationed here. It's mountains. It's nothing like the East Coast.
Right.
I mean, but you know what they say. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So here I am
Kind of
today.
grows on you out here, doesn't it?
It does.
So, what brought you into the music scene? Because I hear about you all around here in El Paso.
Wow. I'm going to just get right to it.
All right.
He hails by the name of DJ J.D. Walker, lives down in Sebring, Florida now. And that's my stepfather, not my biological dad, my stepfather. I love him dearly. He showed myself, like he showed me everything that I feel today is missing from everybody that wants to start. Like the first thing, you need to learn how to carry them crates. You need to learn how to lug your equipment.
Exactly.
He never let me touch anything, nothing. Like I couldn't touch a record, nothing. Stretch your cords out.
Right.
Your quarter-inch cords. Give me the longest one. The longest and the thickest one is going to our subs. I'm just like, so these young DJs today, yes, they are very good, but they're not getting that. These are survival tools. You see what I'm saying?
At any given moment.
Because, we've been in the game for a long time, and these are survival tools. So, just seeing him work and, seeing him having fun while providing for us. And I'm just like, if you don't want to do this, then I don't know, you ain't living. You know what I'm saying? So It was just natural. And then, I got, my family, musically inclined. I got a lot of singers and, instrument players and, I mean, the list goes on.
So do you sing? Do you play instruments as well?
Oh, nah.
No?
Oh. You know what's crazy though? Let me be honest. I'll say I can hold a note. Like I'm a shower singer. It don't sound half bad.
Right.
But to get a mic and stand in front of people, nah.
No.
We're not gonna do that one now, because I don't want to embarrass myself. It's just too many great singers out here. I don't want to jump in nobody else's lane.
Right. I totally understand that. So now, when you're playing music, right? Does it take you to a specific place?
Every time.
Every time.
I'm telling you, if you really just listen to a set that I do, and the best way I could break it down is just like how they would do, back in the days, it was always called the get down.
Right.
And every portion of every song, there's always a portion that catch me if I like the song. Now, if I don't like it and it's just top 40 and I'm playing for, the entertainment of people, then I'll probably never catch, the portion of that song that gets me. But just like for instance, like I'll just go, you know, back just in my era. I can't go too far back.
Right.
I'll do Children's Story, Slick Rick.
Right.
That Knock 'Em Out the Park. Oh, come on. I would literally, I could go back and forth just with that alone. Like, I don't even need the rest of the song.
Right.
But that's just to get down for us, and it's just a place in time as to where whenever I hear that song, it'll always bring me back to when I was sitting on a little crate and then just watching my stepdad, man, just do his thing and enjoy it, you know?
Right, right.
I mean, yeah.
So what was the, let's see here, what was the first song that you ever played?
OMG. You ain't gonna believe this. This is outside of what you think. Like, most people be like, oh, he gonna hit him down with some, like, you know, old school hip hop. Believe it or not, when I actually started, like, really taking this thing serious and said, you know what, I'm gonna do something with music. I can't rap, can't sing, so I'm gonna just blend and mix it and chop it up as best I can. It was Erykah Badu, her live album.
Oh my goodness, and that's a good album.
It's a
too.
good, but you would just never think, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, mixing Erykah Badu. First of all, Erykah Badu is not to be mixed. Not that live. That live, you gotta let that go. So yeah, and then I was just, cause my stepfather, he had the vinyl.
Right.
And at this point in time, he was letting me, like, all right, let me see where you at. And he was teaching me how to place needles, you know. And never got to the beat matching portion just then.
Right.
But it was always, and it was that stay, and it's that get down, you know, right there. I'm just like, bro, I need to, and I'm searching through trying to find things that blend with it. Man, I was all over the place.
Oh my goodness. Do you remember how long it took you to learn how to set the needles?
Oh my God.
Because that's one of the hardest things, right?
You know what's crazy? When my stepdad, he was showing me, I never actually learned it. I learned later. I learned when I actually started, like, using MIDI controllers and stuff like that, and then, you know, I actually started making some money, and I can afford my own turntables. I bought the ones I use every now and then, those Pioneer 1000s.
Right.
Bought those, and oh my God, like, the biggest thing for me, you know, in our minds we say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get these turntables and I'm gonna just go. No. It's just like that, just like I was telling you. Like, I appreciate my stepfather for that, for just showing me, like, the ropes. He was like Mr. Miyagi. You know, take your jacket off, pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he never got to that point to where he would show me how to set that freaking tone arm just to get to the needles. That tone arm got to be tight, and it's got to be tight, and you have to set it according to what type of DJ you are. If you're a scratch DJ, you're just a blend guy, you have to set it, and that was, like, real complicated. I ain't gonna lie, I gave up probably like twice, and then I say, you know what? I mean, I just feel like it'd be a slap in the face to not gain that one skill, you know, and just learn it. And once I learned it, my turntables I let you can have my Rain 12s, my turntables now. Because I'm attached to them because it took me so long to get them to, you know, conform to me.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be definitely one thing that's hard to get rid of. It's just like when you go out to a competition and they say, hey, you can use this one. You're kind of like,
Nah.
No.
Nah. Yeah.
I'd rather stick to my own thing.
If you remember in the battle, I went out and got my other ones. I said, man, I just can't, because I wish I had a moral compass. I say, man, should I just go with my turntables, or should I just, you know, rock with the Rain 12s? And I ended up, the first go around, I was on my, a good friend of mine, DJ T.O. I was on his turntables, and I think one of the phasers started acting up, and I'm just like, oh God.
Right.
So I just ran to the car and I got mine. And one of those, the right sides, just, it hit a Hemi engine on me. I'm just like, you know, sometimes it's just, those are small obstacles, man, in a battle. Yeah, so.
Oh, yes, yes. So when you go up to a DJ battle, right, and you see the crowd participation is sitting right there in front of you, you know, and you're like, man, does it give you that adrenaline rush? Does it make your mind move fast? Do you just kind of blank out and just focus?
You ever seen, like, you've been extremely hungry and, you know, somebody's cooking your favorite dish and they tell you to pull up? That's how I see it. And for me, it's collard greens. Like, I eat a whole pot of collard greens, just give me some ham hock.
Right.
The crowd just look like collard greens to me. I like it. You know, for me, it doesn't matter. I just think that at the end of the day, man, I was just built for show business, because I'm never, like, uneasy or uncomfortable. Maybe a bit of anxiety, but never, like, you know, just crushed. And I see so many people, they just die. I'm just like, man, let's go. I don't care.
Right.
To me, I'm like, either it's gonna be, 5 minutes of fame or 5 minutes of shame. Either way, it's my fame or my shame,
Right,
And I don't
right.
have to, the approval of people are like that's the best. Don't ever get it twisted. Approval, like people who have been doing this DJing and they approve of you and they accept you into this small community of real DJs, because you got your people that just like to press buttons, and then you got
Press button DJ.
people that's really out here blending, that's really
Yes.
putting together like they're
Yes.
infusing. And I'm not even talking about cut, scratch, all that. That's showmanship. That's battle style. But I'm just talking about like the basic, like just getting two records and mashing them together, literally,
Right.
and making them sound like it was almost like engineered that way.
Right, right.
These people are DJs. These people have an ear that is so like trained, and they know how to do, and they're searching like, and they're doing, and they're doing big things, and they're out in the city, and we have a small community of those, the
Yes.
Mark X's, the Pooh Hevs, the T.O.'s, myself, you.
Yeah, some of my mentors.
Yeah.
Yes.
See,
yes.
so what, I mean, all those guys, Metro, all them guys, man, we have a small community, and then everybody else is just kind of,
Sitting back in the rafters.
kind of pulling our capes, trying to get under it, and then when we actually try to put them under some suggestion, they blow it off.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Oh, because you standing there and you rocking your crowd, 400-500 people. You think,
Right.
boy, you ain't DJing since the day you said you was a DJ. But that's okay, I'll let you have it.
That's exactly it. So my next question for you. You ready for this one?
I'm always ready.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what I like to hear. So I have 2 albums down there to the right of you. Okay, we have the Nas album and we have the Wu-Tang album.
Come on now.
Right? Now, in a mix, right, and I know you like to scratch, which one of those albums would you put on first?
It has got to be Wu-Tang. And I'm going to tell you why. It's going to make a lot of sense. Now, Nas is actually a favorite artist of mine. He's like my favorite. But I rock with Nas a little heavier than Wu-Tang.
Right.
And I think the reason that I do is because it's all about what touches you when you play it. And when I was coming up, it was just like, Nas, that was it. Like, that's all we played was Nas, Tupac,
Right.
And then my big brother, my blood big brother, Nas Leaf Hughes Jr., he's an artist. Like, and what I mean is he can draw us right now.
Oh, wow.
And it won't even take him 5 minutes. Designs in your shirt and everything.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you, he's just there. He went to the Art Institute in Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
So my brother's an artist. He's very skilled and crafted. Now watch this. RZA. Skilled, crafted, Wu-Tang symbol. My brother dug it.
Right.
He dug it all. So I'm just like, dude playing, like he be listening to the radio. And you remember back in the day, you had the radio.
Right.
And you had your empty cartridge, and you be ready to
Yes.
press record and play when
Yes.
the track come on.
Oh, yes.
And man, I'm telling you, he kept saying like, man, RZA, Wu-Tang Method, like them dudes, they hot, like. And then ODB and Method, they came with the fames.
They did. They
See,
did.
I'm gonna tell you, this is a big debate. I just have, this is my opinion. It could not be true. The gold teeth, and when it really took off, was when them New York guys from Staten Island, they put them fangs on. It's an argument, I know, because I'm from South Florida.
Right.
But I'm telling you, I get it.
Oh, yes.
Man, when them guys, see everybody in the South, you wore it because you was like, the dentist actually prescribed you gold crowns.
Right.
All that bad eating down there, so they say, hey,
Here
you
go.
got to get some gold. But they wore it as a fad, it's like the style.
Right.
And so my brother, he dug Wu-Tang, and I really got put on to them. But if I had to pick, it'd be Nas all day.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Man, so now I heard as of late that you're part of a bigger programming with your
Yes.
DJing. Will you tell us a little bit about that today?
So there comes a point, in any DJ's career as to where you have to decide whether you are going to stay independent or you are going to join a coalition. And I had reached a point, a mentor of mine, one of my many mentors. In this game, you know, you're going to have like several guys, OGs, you're going to look up to.
Right.
So his name is DJ Tommy G. And when I was living in North Carolina, Tommy G was the baddest thing on the radio. Like, you could not turn on Fox 99 and not hear Tommy G just spanking them turntables. That's just what he did.
Right.
And I took to this man so well. Like, I knew his radio times. I knew everything. And finally, you know when I met this brother?
When did you meet him?
I met him at the gig that I was doing that was originally assigned to him.
Wow.
He creeped me out. He was sitting at a table. I never forget it. It was Gillespie Street in North Carolina. They had this bar. I forget the name of the bar, but it was downtown.
Right.
Real dope little spot. And the guy that hired me, his name was Raheem. Man, this 12 years ago. Raheem, he said, hey, man. He said, woo, woo, heard some things about you. I'm like, okay. He said, hey, let's make some money. I said, okay.
Right.
You know, he said, I'm doing a throwback, a party. And he said, man, because I was DJing overseas too. I was DJing like when I was deployed. And that's really how I got recognized like heavily.
Right.
Like a lot of those retirees, they were just like, hey man, when I go back, I'm retiring. Hey, we're gonna come find you. And they did not disappoint or lie, because they found me too.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm sitting and I'm working, I'm doing my thing, track for track. You know, I'm not doing anything spectacular because I'm nervous, because this is one of my first gigs.
Right.
So I'm just, using the effect of slightly fading down, just going from one track to the next. But then, when you DJing, you jamming, you get a little excited. So I started to get excited, you know what I'm saying? And I started to memorize some of my tutorials that I was watching on YouTube about scratch patterns. And so you know what I'm saying? I started to really get into it, and then, I had me a couple drinks coming too. You see?
Yeah,
so before you
right
know it,
up.
I'm full blown chopping it up in them. Now I done caught the eye of a mega DJ. And he looking, and he never said one word. And as I'm, this is the end of the night, as I'm packing up, everybody was like, you did a great job.
Oh, wow.
And he was just like, he said, come on, young blood. I'm just like, should I be grabbing a bottle? Because I'm going to hit this joker.
Oh, no.
Yo, I'm going to bust him up.
Right.
Nah, he was just like, man, come on, have a seat. He said, you know who I am? His voice, like, it sounded so familiar. I wanted to call this man my uncle, but you got to remember who I was listening to on the radio station, who I would hear with that raspy voice coming in every now and then on a split-second break.
Right.
I say, nah. He said, man, I'm Tommy G. I must have fell out. You're finally meeting somebody who you have listened to for hours. And, man, he told me everything I needed to know in one sitting. And he was just like, yeah, man, so I'm with a smooth guy, real smooth, charismatic. He said, I'm with other fleet DJs. And, he said, man, you keep doing your thing. He said, we're going to reach out. This was 12 years ago. And he finally reached out. I kid you not. Reached out. We always stayed in touch.
Right.
But at any point, this brother could have hit me up. He could have been like, hey, no. There's a specific reason as to why now. Because in his eyes, if I've mentored him well enough, he's at a pinnacle now as to where I feel like he can rock with the fleet DJs. And boy, it's 600 of them.
Oh, yes. Ooh. Yes, there's a lot of them. And you have to know your craft.
Oh, God.
You have to know your craft in order to be in that.
Listen. They put you on a Zoom phone call. This is how you get inducted into the group. They put you on a Zoom phone call, right? Go.
Just off the whim.
But I told you, it's like collard greens for me.
Right.
But it is nerve-wracking, though, because they really don't, all right, go. Like, you can do whatever. But you know what? A guy by the name of DJ Butter. So when they accept you, they accept you for the state that you're in that chapter.
Right.
So I'm a part of the Texas Fleet DJs. They got Florida Fleet. They got
we're
everywhere. They got a Fleet DJ group in Korea, believe it or not.
Right. Kind of like was it Coast to Coast?
Yeah.
Almost like that.
Yeah. So a guy by the name of DJ Butter. He's the chapter commander for Texas. Excuse me. And he said, man, you know what? Like, after I did mine, I'm kind of like, all right, y'all dug it? Like, I'm in or what?
Right.
And he was just like, He kind of like, it's like he intentionally scared me. So I'm just like, man, come on, man. Don't tell me I did all this cutting and mixing and dropping some of these dope renditions of fly music. And he was just like, I'm going to just tell you right off the back. He said, anybody else got anything? He said, oh, anybody want to start first? So I'm thinking he'd be like, dude, like you should suck or something. And I was just finna go in the closet and just get it back in it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I need to do better. Right. Oh, nah. It was standing ovation for sure. He was just like, he said, I'm going to just tell you straight off the back. He said, you know what I like? He said, this is, he said, amongst all the skill play, he said, obviously, man, he said you got a nice little set of turntablism going on. He said, man, listen. He said, first thing I like, he said, diversity. Where we live at. This is the most diverse city in America, El Paso.
It is.
You cannot go in the average bar or club or venue and just play one genre. You have to, and you know what? That is a skill that I will not take for granted. Because had I been anywhere else, it just wouldn't have happened unless I was overseas or something like that. But
you become limited to your surroundings. But out here, you have no choice.
That's that word I was looking for, man. Quit limiting yourself. Get out of that box. Break out of it. Because music is not meant to be put in a box. It's worldwide. You know, like take for instance, man. Look at Afro beats. Man, this stuff is sweeping the nation like reggaeton now.
It is.
And a lot of people don't understand. Like, trace it back. That DNA came right from the what's her name, Beyonce. Came right from the Beehive. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
She was digging into those Afro beats and that movement years ago. It kind of like it gave all of those African brothers and sisters over there, like it gave them, how would I put it? It gave them a window, and they kicked it open.
Oh yes.
And they never turned back. And just like reggaeton. You know, they came, they broke the internet, and they never went back. So, yeah, diversity, and that's it. And it's what he like. He say, man, because you know we get so many DJs that they play what they think that I would like. You see?
Right, and you can't do that all the time.
Nah, he just man, when they set you up, they tell you, man, just play, be you.
Oh yes.
Like, and you know that's the general rule of thumb. You know, if you really want to learn somebody, just let them be.
Right.
Don't say anything. Don't make no corrections. Just let them be. And by the time you're done, I could tell you a lot about yourself versus if you knew that I was really observing you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah, that worked out beautifully, man. So, actually, it's funny. Today ended my probation. It's 30 days.
Oh, wow.
So, you're on 30-day probation. Like, you have to make all the Zoom phone calls. You have to be fluent in posting. You have to... Posting is a big thing with these huge DJ organizations like Fleet DJs. Shout out to them guys, man. Thank y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
Fleet
appreciate
DJs.
it.
Thank you. This man right here, he's really doing something out here in El Paso and surrounding areas. Man, Fuse, you are something else. You hear me?
Man, listen, you know they call me Little Pooh Hell for a reason.
Oh yes, yes. Now for your scratching skills, right?
Yes.
Scratching. Do you have a specific technique that you like to stick to, or is it just something that just comes second nature?
Watch this. I'm going to tell you something that's going to be very important, what I'm about to say to you.
Okay.
What I did to gain my scratch skill is what I really and truly believe that every DJ at some point in their career should do. I shut myself down. Because, see, and a lot of people don't want to do that, Lady Dubois. You know why they don't want to do it? I'm making my money. I got my people. Shut it down. Shut it down. Decline all gigs and go be about it. Lock yourself away. You have to. Kanye West. This man locked himself away for an entire summer. And when he came out with all bangers, and Jay-Z bought every last one of them.
You're right.
You see?
You're right.
But he had to lock himself away. He had to. Now, I'm not saying that Kanye wasn't dope before he did that.
Right.
But when you're trying to, like, really get that focus and really lock in, you have to step away. I'm telling you. And then besides that, if you notice, just noticing, just watching DJs, a lot of DJs actually got better during COVID. Why?
They did. They had a lot of time to practice.
They didn't work, and all they did was what? Practice, build music. Get all, you know, everybody have all these downloading sites, and they paying $30, $40 a month. But you know, much like myself at one point, I never used it. Like I would download maybe once or twice every 2-3 months, and they charging me $30 every month. If that's not the biggest waste of money I ever seen, you need to be downloading every day.
Exactly.
So, like I said, just locking myself away for a while. I went away from about 2010 to about maybe I popped back on the scene real heavy about like late 2011, 2012. And when I tell you I was so ready, I was so prepared, like it wasn't nothing no one can tell me. And I'm talking about I do everything by levels, right? So at that point I was operating at 10 level, which means that I should at least be accomplishing the basic tasks, getting there, setting up, playing music, appeasing people, tearing down, shake hands, and get out of there. Right. That is the basics. Now, at this point, I'm working on showmanship. In other words, like, this could be any type of venue, but based on my showmanship and how I'm going to do something that's going to catch someone's eye.
Right.
And I'm going to, pursue that until I do. I don't care if it takes me 3-4 hours to catch someone's eye. I'm going to catch somebody's eye. And that person is going to keep you in the building.
You are right.
That's the person going to keep you there. Hey, they're going to go back and be like, yo, who did the management? We need to go get his number because we need him to come back because his energy. And that's what it's about, energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, DJing here in El Paso, do you have a resident DJ spot that you DJ at, or do you just like to bounce around?
Yes, I have a residency, and it's funny you said bouncing around because that's what I was doing before. But I'm a loyal dude. I'm loyal to the core.
Right.
Like, if you rock with me in any situation, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna rock with you in most, or if not all. So that's why I obtained the residencies that I have, and even with me, taking leave because I'm in the military. No secret to what we do. We have to go at periods of time, and I was gone for 30 days. I had a baby girl born in the world or whatever. So
congratulations.
yeah, little Genesis, and she got a set of lungs too.
Ooh.
Good God.
Gonna be singer, huh?
Yeah. But lady by the name of Christina, I love her dearly. That's like my big sister. There's a hole in the wall, and it's right here on Dyer Street.
Right.
It goes by the name of Central Bar. And when I tell you we get down in that place, I'm telling you, the diversity.
Right.
When the energy is matched in that place, I don't care. There's no other place in El Paso that can touch me because that energy, we're all in that building, synced, and like racially unified. Like you got my brothers, they over here dancing and doing, Latino dances, right?
Right.
You got my Latins, twerking, It's going up and the energy is pure because ain't nobody fighting in there.
Right. Right.
See, one thing you got to know about it is Central Bar, centrally.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is the heart of El Paso. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Too easy.
Exactly.
Like, we don't need 15 security guards because everybody is security guard. And they're like, y'all ain't finna ruin this fun. We got fuse going. We got these drinks going.
Right.
You see? And it's just, it's crazy because, not everybody comes from a cool past. No, some of these guys' past is very troubled.
Very.
But when they come in there, they leave that crap outside. Because one, they respect the establishment. Two, the energy. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not a sage guy, but I guarantee you when I walk in some clubs, I feel that energy.
Yes.
And I be like, yeah, boy, I ain't gonna stay here too long. Because it's just a nasty, funky energy, and I'm just like, yo, this is not me. This is not El Paso, really and truly. I'm out. Like, I ain't gonna stay about 10 minutes.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, that's one of my residencies, and I got Lucky Dog, another residency of mine.
Okay.
And I think I only got 2 residencies. I just took on a third one, Big Mike's.
All right.
So Big Mike's, we're gonna be kicking the old school on Saturdays. I'm stepping in the footprints of my boy Mark X.
Okay.
Mark X rock out on Fridays, and I'm gonna come and take out the trash on Saturdays.
And that's something else right there.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you believe that DJs, right? Now, we're rocking parties.
Right.
We're we're setting a higher bar. We're setting that expectation
Yes.
for the next one that might want to throw a party at the party that you're already, doing. So, do you believe that you have the power to control the crowd, their
Ye-
mindset?
yes, you do. Now, I'm a set it at about a 95% control rate, and the only reason as to why I won't account for that other 5% because that's just situational. Some things happened before those guys got in the bar. Some things is going to happen while they're there, but at least if you're controlling that music and you're conflicting them spiritual demons in there that want to fight everybody, you can't play knuck if you buck all night. You see what I'm saying? Because when you got people in there that's 15, 16 shots in, and you getting them enraged, man. Music controls people in ways that you wouldn't even believe. And that's why I was telling you about that unmatched energy. And even songs like from secular artists, like real, like street artists, they have like a different energy to them.
Yes, they do.
And like I said, you can get somebody like Ludacris did the track with his group, Move BITCH. You see, that's a crazy song, but the energy is different.
Right.
And if you think about it, you're going to be like, man, this dude is literally screaming out, telling anybody to move, get out the way. But it's different. The energy is just the energy.
Yes.
Now, you can take that same content, right, and you put it in the lyrics and let Pooh Shiesty rap it. Now watch what happens.
Yes.
Energy. It's just the energy of certain artists is just, but I can't blame Pooh Shiesty because that's where he come from.
Right.
That's where he come from, and he is accepted. See, me, I come from places as to where, maybe if I had accepted that in my life, I'd be a lot different, a much different guy right now, probably behind bars. But I didn't accept it. But when someone accepts something, I didn't become good at being a DJ until I accepted it. You see?
Right.
I had to accept it. Like, this is what I am, this is what I'm going to be good at, and that's it. So, yeah.
Right. So do you think DJing is your purpose?
It has to be.
It's your purpose?
It has to be. There's no way I can miss. Like, in other words, if DJing is not my purpose, then I don't know what is. And I'll be lost if somebody were to actually tell me that it's not. I'll be lost. It's not my only purpose in this world, but it's definitely one of my purposes because one thing about it, two things for sure, I met a bunch of people that just tell you whatever they think you want to hear, but man, oh my. I got people that's going to tell you the truth. And you know what? It's two people that told me, man, like, bro, you pretty. I'm talking right here in El Paso. It's two people, and they don't hold no punches. Watch. Pooh Hef, who win? When he holding the punch. If Pooh Hef tell you got a skill, boy, that is going to be great, you better believe it. Because Pooh Hef ain't he's the type of person that either if he don't want to hurt your feelings, he's just not going to say nothing.
Exactly.
If the man open his mouth, he's telling you exactly what he feel.
Oh, yes.
I'm just telling you.
I will 100% agree on that.
And Mark X was just like, yo, feels you nice. Those two people, they don't joke about your skill set.
Right.
They tell you out the back, trash. They'll tell you he got potential. Whatever. They're just gonna tell you, and you can love it, like it, hate it, whatever. They ain't gonna change their statement. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. What is the biggest performance that you have done in your lifetime as a DJ?
I remember it like it was yesterday. And remember when I told you I took that step back? That step back I took was because of this event. Different story. I didn't jack it up. I actually did very well. All I played was old school, which is like, come on, we all listen to Mama and play the music in the house, so that was easy. I would have been more terrified or maybe just anxious if I had to actually like get down and play new music. Because new music, you never know. And I had an opportunity, and I would not miss this opportunity for nothing in the world. I was DJing in Fayetteville, and one of my main residencies was Big Apple. And we would do comedy shows there, and Comicville Entertainment. Right. Fayetteville, Comicville. So the CEO or one of the owners or managers of that company was in fact my barber.
Okay.
And why I'm a guy that when I set my mind to something, I'm a achieve it to some degree. And I say, man, I'm gonna be a DJ out here in the city. Like I know I could. I done seen these dudes, and I'm better.
Right.
Or I can do the same. I can do that. So I can be doing this and occupy my time and stop getting in trouble or whatever the case, or stay out of trouble. Boom. So I just say, man, one day, man, I talking to my barber. I say, man, I'm coming here, man. I'm gonna just throw some smooth tracks on. Do you know this dude literally to this day cannot stop saying, like, bro, you a smart dude. He said, I never thought about that. Getting a live DJ in a barbershop. This man barbershop was pumping. It was pumping. He was just like, man, this dude got my shop lit. And
That's good stuff.
Yeah, all I was doing, I did it for pro bono, for free.
Right.
But really and truly, it was an investment for myself. Like I had to, you can't make money without, you got to spend money to make money in a sense.
Exactly.
So I was literally spending my time because time and money is cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I was spending my time, in efforts to be like, hey, somebody look me up one day and just be like, hey, let's get you on there. So one day the golden opportunity came, and they had to fire a DJ that they were using, and this DJ was nice. I can't remember his name, but he was really good. He was really good. I ain't gonna lie, I was smoking. He much like how I am now, but I was just younger back then and still didn't have that skill. And they ended up firing him because he got too drunk. He was missing the comedian's cues.
Oh, no.
But when they fired him, it was like a blowout type fire. It was just like they had got into it, yada, yada, yada. And right there on the spot, guess who was in the chair? Now watch. I'm going to tell you how this played out. It still didn't register to him. Like, dude, one of the barbers, his name is Wink. If I ever see him again, I know he still lives in Fayetteville, but if I see him again, I still got to shake his hand because he had to tap into my barber, Baylou, tap into his bald head and like, dude, it was just like, he said, hold on. He cut his clippers off. This is Wink now. My boy Wink. They call him Wink because he always winking. He cut his clippers off. He said, don't you got, because they used to call me virtual DJ. He said, yo, Vert right there in your chair. Why don't you use him? And Baylou like, yeah. He said, man, you got your own equipment? Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Man, can you do it? Yes, I can. So, comedy shows, and then here comes the event of a lifetime. A DJ that was booked to spin for Cat Williams' show, his special in D.C.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I'm in North Carolina now. He was double booked. He was booked for a wedding. At the same time, he was booked to work and DJ for Cat Williams or whatever. Now remember, it's Comicville Entertainment, and all of my barber and all these guys, they pretty much work together. Even in DC, they got all these comedians. They all communicate, and the event coordinators, they all get like I'll call you as the rep out there in DC for whatever comic, whatever your name is, Comic Entertainment. I call you up, Lady Dubois, man. I need such and such, man. What are you gonna hit me for? Hey, I'm gonna put you in contact with his promoter or whatever. And then that's how they ended up getting me because they called my barber Baylou. They call him Baby. And he was just like, oh man, I need a DJ, man. Every DJ in DC locked up, man. They done, like they already booked for months. He said, I had a DJ, this guy got a wedding. And I don't want to ruin the wedding, you know what I'm saying? He say, man, it's easy. All they gotta do is just play a good soulful music, age appropriate, you know what I'm saying? Because it's grown and sexy, and that's like 25 and up. We're going to see Cat Williams,
Oh, yeah.
So it was at some Coliseum down in D.C., real dope. And I remember it was in February because I had on red and white, and everybody was rocking with red and white in there, for Valentine's and stuff. I get in there, man. I got the alley hoop thrown to me by my barber, and he was just like, man, Few, he said, I got something for you. He said, man, the only thing I need to know is can you do it? I like, what you mean? He said, hey, man. He said, man, what if I told you, man, I could put you in the building with Cat Williams, man, DJing his comedy show?
Ooh, I know that.
I died first. I don't know, man, that's pressure.
You came back though, right?
But I came back to life resuscitated. I was like, let's go, let's get it. He said, man, I asked him, I said, what I need. He said, man, they're going to put you in the hotel up there. All you got to do is pretty much, you fund your way up there. And they and cut the bag when you get there.
Right.
I said, okay, cool. No problem. Because you know it wasn't no Cash App then.
Exactly.
Cash App wasn't quite a thing just then.
No, it
You
wasn't.
know, can't just send people money instantly unless you Western Union. Then you still got to stop at a Walmart, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I load up, man. I load up the charge at the time I had. I had a 2007 Charger.
Okay.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I fired the SRT8 and I'm tearing up the highway. I'm gone. Man, I called my chain of command. I told my chain of command, like, look, man, I got an opportunity of a lifetime, but I got to leave tomorrow. You know, my chain of command, like
what?
you finna be a millionaire or what? I like, nah. I say, but what my passion. I say, man, I might have an opportunity to open up for Cat Williams as DJ. And he was just like, I'll do your pass for you.
Right,
Gone.
right.
Hit the road, get up there, man. These people take care of me like royalty. And I'm just like, man, it is an absolute pleasure to be a traveling DJ. And, man, I'm talking about the way that I was set up. Like, this is the stage. Right. Let's just put it like this, okay? That's the stage. On the side of the stage right here was where the DJ was.
Okay.
And that's the crowd. And it was set up so perfect because if I did make a mistake, man, nobody was looking at me directly because I was off to the side.
Right.
But, man, during my break, I peeled that curtain, I say, woo. It just looked like a million peanut heads out there. I was like, oh, God. But, yeah, he did a very good job. And I was talking to his manager. And I said, I never got his intro song. He said, man, be honest with you, he just like Rick Ross, man. Play some Ross. And I played Hustling.
All right. But I know that feeling must have been exhilarating.
Man, to see Cat Williams bounce around that stage like that, man. But see, this is what I hate. See, at these times, there wasn't no snap where you can get it directly and just send it. Like, it was IG, so you had to, sit there, zoom in. But they also wasn't allowing cell phones in there either because that was a special.
Right.
But so I didn't want to record and post. But it was lovely. I did, however, take pictures with him. His what's the little? He had a team, and I forget the name of them. A real dope team, man. I took pictures with them brothers, man, and I was hurt though, cause none of them told me I did a good job DJing though.
Really?
I was hurt. I was crushed. No, I'm joking, man. I really was though. I really was happy to be there, man. But none of them mentioned anything about the skill set, and I thought I was tearing it up too. But then again, you got to think about it, man. These guys, they done heard some of the greats.
Right. Right. You
So,
remember what year that was? I might have to look it up.
2010.
2010.
And I took a break from 2010 to 2012, roughly at the end of 11. I was just locked away. I ain't really do too many gigs. I'll maybe do something if it was really important, maybe a wedding. But other than that, I locked away. I was declining all gigs. And Cat Williams did his show in 2010. It was in February. And it was in D.C. And the jig was up, and we had a good time.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is so wonderful to hear. So, for these young and upcoming DJs that we have, the ones that might be kids or teenagers or, just becoming into adulthood, what advice would you give them for this new age music that we listen to nowadays? Because you know it's coming.
Okay. This is what I have to tell them. I mean, and everyone I meet, I tell them all the same thing. Find you a mentor. Find you somebody that's going to provide protection for you in this game. And when I say find them, don't just, oh, yeah, let me just kick it with Lady Dubois because, let me just kick it with her. No, find them. Like, y'all should be conversing every day. I don't care. It ain't even got to be about DJing. Find your person.
Right.
Find your guy, find your gal, find your person. Find somebody that creates motivation in you when you are depressed. Find somebody that creates motivation in you when you just don't want to spend no more. Like, I'm just done with it. I ain't really getting the success that I needed.
Right.
Find your person. Find you a mentor and stick to him. If you don't have a mentor yet, I don't know if I'm your mentor. I don't know if I'm your guy. Give me a shot and we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I say now, I'm tough as nails as a mentor. Because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that a lot of these other guys make, and I made as well. But I always had a habit of finding mentorship.
Right.
And I ride your coattail. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I ride your coattail all day. I'd be like, man, where we at tonight? Let's go. I'll come watch you play. I come help you set up. The whole time I'm just learning.
Right.
Learning the ropes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't be a teacher if you was a horrible student.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I just tell them, man, find a mentor and stick to them. And then find out if you love this or not. Because some of y'all got it twisted. Do you love money or do you love this art that we have taken this thing, we taking it by the horns. And DJs nowadays are getting a lot of respect. Quote unquote real DJs.
Yes.
They're getting a lot of respect now. And people are really starting to realize, like, dude, that was me that broke your record. That was me that played your record on the radio station in stunning fashion.
Right.
That was little old me in the background, you know, in that hot box in this radio station just sweating. That was me that broke your record. I appreciate it, though. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they just, for a long time, they were like, DJs had all the respect. You know, back in the 70s, 80s, we had all, there wasn't nothing better.
Right.
And then the 90s, they started coming out with all these different beat machines and
Right.
all this craziness, and it just kind of pushed us in the background. Still funky as ever. We still rocking clubs.
Right.
But it just kind of shoved us in the background as to where everybody else was getting the light. But now, we're starting to get shoved forward because you got guys like Jazzy Jeff that's creating these platforms, and they're doing all different type. Like he's fencing now, trying to get it together for the versus battle. Let's do DJs.
Right.
Give us some freaking respect. We deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we've been digging in the trenches just like y'all. Come on. We are part of the culture as well. Stop trying to shun us out, because I tell you one thing. You ain't nothing without us. I promise you that.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be half the person you are today or the artist you are today without your DJ. You know?
You heard that right. You heard what DJ Fuse.
Yeah.
That's what Fuse had to say. You know, you have to break that music. So the show is breaking the music.
If you're not,
yes, you definitely have to do that.
DJs. Now, let me get this correct, because a lot of people don't understand the difference between, you know, there isn't a big difference between like club DJs and radio DJs. It's just one you can see and the other one you can hear.
Exactly.
All DJs are, whether I broke it on the radio, whether I broke it in a nightclub, or whether I broke it at a little tiki bar. Didn't matter. I still broke your record. Give me my respect, please.
Yes.
And if you want to write a check, that's fine too.
Right.
I'm telling you, we overdue.
Hey, overdue. And then I look at some of the topics of how DJs are paid, you know. And of course, you know, we consider ourselves by our skill, you know, the years that we have up under our belt. And then it feels terrible to get undercut by somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You get exactly what you pay for. So here in El Paso, I see a lot of that, but up and coming, I'm not really sure if it's more so because of the pandemic that the whole world went through, or if it is just the dynamic here.
Let me tell you exactly what's happening. And it's like, it pisses me off to the point to where, like, I just really and truly, and you know what? Promoters, yes, I'm talking to you. Promoters, I'm talking to you. Bar managers, I'm talking to you. Club owners, I'm talking to you. If you want quality, you have to pay for it. If I want a Rolls Royce, I have to pay for it. If I want a Ferrari, I have to pay for it. If I want a Ford Focus, however, very small, I have to pay for it. So you have a giant in your establishment, right? He's a giant. He or she, they're breaking records, cut, spinning, dropping, mic talk, crowd engagement, energy. If he or her asks for $500 a night, you should have no problem breaking him off, plus cover his tab. But why don't you? You know why? Because you're selfish, you're cheap, and you have no loyalty. And you think that you're better off without that DJ until you get that DJ who's calling himself a DJ has no experience, don't know how to manage a crowd, not watch. See, we passed that phase. We know how to watch y'all. We see what y'all do. No, manage a crowd, meaning that I can look over here to the left and know that maybe this Pooh Shiesty track ain't the right one I need to be playing. But then again, I can look to the right and I say, you know what? I see some people that they want to twerk. How can I bridge that gap? Management. Manage. I'm managing my people. Right now, I'm a whole CEO and I'm managing all my flock. I'm managing all my people. And I got to do it to a point to where no one's upset at the end of the night. Maybe you might be disagree with me, but you're not upset. So with that being said, understand you get what you pay for. And if you keep letting people come in your institutions and they're lowballing just because this one DJ, you had him at 300. Oh, I'll do the same job for 150. Think about that. Come on, promoters. Think about that. Who is willing to take a pay cut? Who's doing that? Is that your real DJ, self-respecting man or woman? Or is that a little kid that's about to get in your institution and he's not going to manage your people well, and then it will be shut down? Year after year, how many times have we seen it happen? Shut down. Why? Because you got a jit behind those records, and he is just rushing everyone's spirit. Just in there, all I want to do is just rip my shirt off and punch somebody because you're rupturing my spirit. You're not managing me well. You're the guy that's playing the music. Manage me, guy. Throw some freaking, give me something. Give me something that I can step to. I'm a guy, so I don't twerk, but just give me something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Please feed me musically. If not, I'm going to tear this club up. Is that not what happens every night? That's
what happens. That is for a definite, positive, definitive answer. It does happen.
If you don't feed me, I'm gonna get hungry. Because I want to be in a place as to where the energy is high. And then, if you're not feeding me, brother, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Either at this age, I'm gonna leave. I'm all right, man. I'm gonna go check out, see what Mark Anthony got going on, because this ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people get it so twisted. I don't care about your crowds. I don't care about your 400 or 500 people. I care about the energy.
Right.
If I could build a team of DJs right now, you'd be surprised who I'd pick. It would not be who you think. You see?
Oh, yes.
Because I understand what it is going to take to survive in this night entertainment is no joke nowadays. Everybody got a pistol. Everybody got attitudes. Everybody a Billy bad butt. Right? Everybody bad.
Everybody is bad. Until you turn that music on that makes them feel good.
Yeah, they put that crap away. Matter of fact, when people come to Central Bar, they don't even think about that. Because they know it's going to be a good night. Because I have good crowd management. It is not easy, but I promise you, sometimes, crowd to the left be like, come on, man. I'd be like, do I come to your goddamn job and tell you how to work? Don't come here trying to tell me how to work. I might not particularly like how you dropped that engine the other day. What I should do, come over there and start pulling the bolts? No.
Let you do your job.
Yeah, let me do my job, brother.
The more you do it over and over again, the better you get.
But you know what, though? At the end of the night, they'd be like, man, Fuse, I see exactly why you do what you do. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you, DJ Fuse, for coming on the show today. It has been a remarkable interview talking to you and getting to know you a lot better. Again, my name is DJ Lady Dubois. I want to welcome you guys to Breaking the Music, and I hope to see you guys next week with another special guest. So until next time,